Hey there Internet, Keith here and welcome to the Cars and Keith YouTube channel. In this video I'm very excited to show you the brake kit that we got for Helen. I had mentioned in the previous video that I wasn't very satisfied with the rotor condition, so we went ahead and got a full kit from R1 Concepts. We got the Eline brake kit and the OEP Optimum brake pads. The main reason we picked these is just it's an affordable price and it's good stopping power. It's guaranteed to be at OEM spec or better. Now, if many of you know, it's very difficult at times to order brake parts for a BMW, especially the ones made in the last decade. They came out with so many different options, it's just ridiculous. Even though Helen is an M Sport packaged car, that does not necessarily mean that you have M Sport brakes. For 2016-2018 BMW 440s, you had to have the track handling package to get the upgraded kit. So this has the base brakes for a 440i, which is 340 millimeter rotors up front, 330 in the rear, 4-piston Brembo up front, and a 1-piston Bosch in the rear. So be very cautious when ordering your brakes that you put in the right make, model, and the brake option that you have. Check the window sticker, cruise the internet. I'll put a link below to a website that has just an amazing write-up on the different brake types that happened in the last decade or so. The only thing the M package got you for the car, brake-wise, was just a little bit better, sportier brake pad. So we got the Eline Slotted and Drilled in black. I think this is going to look amazing on the car, especially once the rotor starts wearing out right here. It's going to look really, really good. I think it's going to be a nice little silver there. No more rust or corrosion. We also have the Optimum OEP brake pads. And make sure you get your hardware. Make sure you're replacing those pins. Don't use the ones that are already there. Replace the boots and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you're getting everything you need. So the Eline Slotted and Drilled rotors in black. I think it just looks amazing. You can get it solid. You can get it slotted only. You can get it just drilled only. I'm gonna try to talk about this without creating too much debate on the whole slotted and drilled versus solid versus the direction of the pattern of the slots and all that kind of stuff. There's theories on both sides, but in the end, for these rotors, these are straight vaned. As you can see, which means it really doesn't matter which direction this slot is on the wheel. This could be on the left side or the right side. Now from the manufacturer, this is for the left side. So if you really know what your side, you should be sitting in the driver's seat, holding the steering wheel. Your left hand's the left side, right hand's the right side. So how I know is there's a number here, and there's either an L or an R at the end of it. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this well or not, but there's an L right there. If it's sitting on the left side, the top of the slot is pointed towards the rear of the car, and this rotates towards the front, which is exactly what looks best in Instagram photos and everything. If the vanes are slotted and say the vanes are angled, going like with these slots, then the top of the vane will need to go towards the rear of the car. But the vanes are very important to how the rotor works. This creates a pressure zone and it's sucking in air to keep this cool. These actually have what's called a chamfered, where it's a countersink. So it's a drill hole and then there's a countersink around the edge that creates a little bit bigger on the outside. Because people found that when you just drill them, that you can get these little micro cracks all around the edge. These countersinks help prevent that, but they also help allow you to bed in the pad more evenly, helps with noise and all those kinds of things. The slots are what they call the diamond cut. So they're just not a slot that ends. It goes to the end with a tip. That's also a wear indicator. As the tip here gets worn down, that lets you know that it's time to replace your rotors. Helps escape heat better, helps with rotor wear, helps keep the pads from glazing. These are all things that just help the longevity of your braking system. And here are the Optimum OEP brake pads. And the biggest difference you're gonna see between the two, the little bitty 1-piston Bosch and the 4-piston Brembo. Now the chamfer helps allow the leading edge of the pad that contacts the rotor to be all the way across. If it has an edge and it's raised, that's going to be the first part to contact the rotor, and it's not going to give you a nice even braking. Another thing you're going to notice is on the rear, the shim has a rubber coating that helps it be quieter. These are scorched. So scorched is a process where basically they're blasted with heat or flame, which basically helps the bed-in process. These also go through a process called positive mold, and that's basically like extreme pressure on the pad to help it meld to the backing plate and it gives you more consistent friction across the pad, more even. So here's the before. We're taking the car down to Eurofed to get taken care of. Like I said, these are the 4 pistons. They've been painted. They look good, but this silver, I think in black is gonna look really good, and it'll be like black up here where it's coated. And then only silver where, you know, the pad is touching the rotor. It's gonna look good, and then it won't be too much black on black on black when I change this to a more satin type wrap color. Dropping Heidi off at Eurofed. Put on these brakes. We're also getting some liquid moly goodness. Hopefully they'll be able to film some for me. I won't be able to be here when they put them on. All right, so we got the car from Eurofed. They did the install. Now it's time to brake or bed in the brakes. So basically we're gonna have to go to 40 miles an hour, do an abrupt stop, but do not stop completely. Then 4 times we have to accelerate to 50 miles an hour, slow down to 10 miles an hour. Then finally we have to go 65 miles an hour and then slow down to 15. Coast into a spot to slow down and stop, but do not stop with the brakes fully engaged. You wanna make sure you're rolling into the stop and then let the car just stop on its own momentum and then put the car in park. You don't want to stop with the pad on the rotor, else you'll embed the brake pad into the rotor. You don't want that. You'll cause vibrations and issues. This is a process that's needed to make sure that the car performs at its best ability and the longevity of the brake system. Now obviously this car is a little bit faster than others, so we'll be able to complete this a little bit quicker. So we're going to 40, hard brake. Then we go to 50, hard brake. Brake. Hard brake. Into 65. And we'll slow down to 15. So now we've done the procedure. We're gonna roll this into an area here. We're gonna try to slow down and find a spot. I'm slowing down as you can see, but I'm letting off the brake and I'm trying to coast to a spot. And right here is a nice little incline, so I can try to roll the car up the hill, and the minute the car stops momentum, then I'll put it in park. So make sure when you do this that you do it, put it in neutral. I had it in drive, so the car just keeps on going because it's an automatic. So put it in neutral. Like I'm at a stop now. Put the car in park. Now we get to wait 20 minutes for the brakes to cool. So while we wait our 20 minutes, let's check them out. You can see we have the black around there. There's the black at the top. The black inside the slot and the dimples just looks great. The brake pad surface has been bedded in. We're letting it cool off. Well, I don't know if you could tell the G-forces that were there on that 3rd or 4th braking, but it definitely bit a lot harder. That's what the break-in process is about. Getting that pad material onto the rotor, creating a nice smooth surface, getting all of that coating off, and making sure that you create a nice smooth surface so you don't get any vibrations or any of that kind of stuff. Now, what suggests making sure you're getting on a road, make sure that nobody's behind you, making sure you got plenty of room, and you have it pre-planned that you have a spot that you can kind of roll the car into that has a little bit of an uphill. Put it in neutral, allow the car to go to a stop. Do not use the brakes to stop. You can use the brakes to slow down, but don't use them to stop. If you use them to stop, you're going to imprint the pad onto the rotor, and you don't want to do that. I really just can't get over how good these look. So much better. And then, like I said, no corrosion with that black. You can go ahead and ceramic coat those with any kind of wheel ceramic coating as well, but just on the hats, don't ceramic coat anything else. We made it home. Brakes worked great all the way there. As you can see, we've got that coating worked off. We still have, 400 or 500 miles of driving to get them fully broken in. I hope you enjoyed the video, the install, the break-in, the explanation, and all that. Hopefully I didn't talk your ear off too much. I have a temporary discount code for 20% off from June 30th to July 2nd of 2021. So that's basically the day this comes out. So in the description below will be a discount code for that. Don't forget to check it out. Now also, I will keep the description updated all the time for any current discount code that I have. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. I mean, you're recording me talking. Am I in the frame or do I look stupid?
You're in the frame.
I bet you have people seeing us over here like this way. They're about to do donuts. One take. We're one taking this one. And welcome to the Cars That Keep YouTube channel. This very, there's a one take. It should be oh my God. They're much cheaper than, they're most cheap. Atlanta, and we're gonna, oh, they're really birds chirping. It's literally 1 a.m. in the morning and there are birds chirping. I press record and this stuff happens. I don't know what to tell you. Now, if you do have directional, now if these aren't, if these aren't the rear of the car, oh my God. This is so heavy. Veins in the,